Alright guys, it's 3B once again, so let us click next and let's pick ourselves a name. Alright, this is going to be one of my favorite parts of the whole thing here. Okay, I'm not going to be Leonard Tigran because I don't like that name. I don't like the symbols, I don't like anything. Let's randomize the look and see what we can. Ooh, I don't like. Ooh, I do like these wings. Okay, I don't think I like the colors. Let's go with red and yellow is always. Ooh, that's quite a. I quite like that actually. Let's see. And stick her in front of her pyramids. Give her that. I think I'm alright with that, guys, actually, to be honest. Kitta? Yeah, why not? Kitta, that works. And Kitta with the wings. Superiority, skin decoration. And actually, male or female? That's female. I'm gonna change the accessory, guys, so I can have a better look at the beard options. So we have here, okay, where is it? Facial hair, whiskers. Wait, what was that beard thing he just had there? Yeah, let's go with that, and then go. So we're really going for the Egyptian theme here. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Yep, that one. There we go. Blue eyes? Actually, let's go in close. Oh yeah, there we go. Actual cat eyes. Works for me. Are we happy with the skin color? What else have we got? So he's kind of like a leopardy type look here. Skin decoration. So now we made him look like a cheetah, like a leopard. I don't know what that is. I think I like that one the most. Look at his cute little nose, huh? All right, let's do this. Okay, your rise to power begins. Hero offers to join, and it is a necromancer. Yeah, I'm going to stick with this, guys. Now, why would I want a necromancer when I'm a warlord? Well, he gives me non-physical damage and range as well. Plus, he starts with... Where is he? He starts with... Raise a corpse, okay. So it's just a little... nice little thing that I like to do there, because it lets me... it's a shame. Scales of Fortune is there. Don't want it yet. Essence Harvest, yeah. Okay, yeah, and basically whenever he does that, the auto combat AI is quite good, so quite good in this regard. It will raise corpses fairly often for me. You know, it just means extra little units that you get for free who use mana upkeep. Now, being a warlord, I do tend to have a fair abundance of mana. Okay, so let's see what we're starting with here. We got this chariot, we got the sun guard, we got the prowler. Now this is what I was talking about, guys. Okay, so yeah, bloodthirsty against bleeding units, plus he can disengage quite nicely. He's got forestry, cave crawling, and forest concealment, which are all nice things. Athletic, so he's fast. I mean, he's 32 movement and he's fast. Okay, so he's fast strategically and tactically. Does good damage. Now, if I can amp this damage up, for example, through the Degenerate and Cardinal Cullen spells, in theory that can go up to 26. To give you an idea, guys, I don't think any unit does 26 damage inherently. The closest is a Manticore Rider, who does some crazy, see, 24, but that's not physical, so 20 physical. Dwarves do 23 physical, so dwarves are probably your closest towards that. I mean, that's some serious heavy damage coming out there, guys. Inflict stun, nice. Okay, so I mean that's looking really quite far ahead to get that, but it just shows you that getting these guys out is not that big a deal. Now, one thing that I do find a little bit, just that little bit annoying, is that the scout costs 30 and the production is 29. So it's 2 turns regardless of whether I go for a cheetah, a sun guard, or a scout. Now I quite like the scouts simply because they're fast and they let me see what's going on rather quickly. So I'm going to go for 2 of these, and actually no, I think I'm going to go for 3. This is a typical thing. Ordinarily I'd just go for a builder's hall and have done with it. However, actually that does work out slightly quicker. Builder's hall, and then 2 of those, and then we will go straight for the war hall. Okay, because that's 29. With this, by this point the city will expand. Okay, and then I should have war hall, which unlocks a prowler, and then we'll see how much a prowler costs. Okay, so we're looking at 60 is the base cost. I knew that. Why did I have to look it up? 60 is the base cost. 29 plus that is 50, 29, 39, 29, 39, 49, 50. So it comes up to 50. It'd be a bit over 50 with a town by the time this rolls over. And more importantly, I should have the first racial upgrade. Now people are asking, how do you get the racial upgrade? Well, click on your icon, brings up this diplomacy screen, and then click that to choose, but more importantly hover it and it tells you. Okay, so I already got 3 and I'm producing 3 every turn. I've got 17 left to produce. You can do the maths. That means 6 turns to get to 18. So in 6 turns I'll have that. So 4, 5, 6. So the slight, I'll get it. I'll have the upgrade before I have prowlers, if that makes sense. Okay. Now, what do I want to do? Now, I like these guys, but I think they're really going to shine against a human, as in tactical combat. So what I tend to do at this moment is I tend to use them as my initial scouts, especially as I'm not going for actual scouts straight away. So I've identified a city to the north, send that there because I like picking up free stuff, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking to ID one of these because there's usually one of these pretty close by you. Okay, do these guys get forestry? No, they don't. Well, I imagine it's hard to take a chariot through a tree. Right, and what do I want to do here? Let's see what we have. This is what we have to research. So what we have available: authority of the sword, sword, and raise militia. Okay, and we've got berserk, tactical combat, and stiffen limbs. Right, stiffen limbs is one of my favorite, and we will be using that in the upcoming fight. Okay, so but we need to research something, don't we? What shall we research first? Now I'm torn here because yes, I like berserkers, they're awesome, okay, especially the Tigran berserker, but it does cost a fair bit of money, right? And you can see my mana is not that great at the moment. It will get better when that node where my mouse is comes under my control. So we've got that to think about. And I like these guys. They get pounce, they get charged, they get all sorts of lovely good stuff, right? But they are quite expensive. So I think for my money, having these cost 90 gold or having prowlers cost 45 gold, I'm inclined to think the prowlers are the better thing, especially this kind of stage of the game where, you know, yes, okay, berserk is hard, it's tough, but he's doing the same basic melee damage, right? Whereas the prowler, so take note of the stats: 52, same movement. It's going to be more defense than a prowler. I think the prowler was 10 defense. I'm pretty sure it was less HP as well. But look at that, not much less. It's, you know, they're talking 4 less HP, 1 less defense, and they get martial arts. And I don't think the berserker gets martial arts. Does he? No, he doesn't get inherit martial arts. So you know it's quite interesting. Yeah, they get pounce and overwhelm, so they're overall a better unit. But for the price, especially taking into account what's coming next, I think these are better. Prowlers are the better unit overall, I think. For the price, guys, for the price, okay, because I'm talking about you can have 2 or 3 prowlers for every single berserker. Of course, the good thing is berserkers get pounds, which means you can just jump those walls. Right, as requested, guys, the animation is on slow because people find it a bit jarring watching this in fast motion. Okay, so my plan here is to use him. Okay, so these guys have low resistance, and you've got inflict shocking rather. Okay, and you got inflict stun from them, which basically, well, called a static shield, which basically means that whatever hits this is probably going to get stunned. Okay, so what is my plan to get around this? Well, I think the Phantasm Warriors are the bigger problem. I won't quite say problem, bigger threat. So what I'm going to do is I'll park him there in preparation, and then I will use Stiffen Limbs. Okay, now Stiffen Limbs, I predicted, is going to be fairly controversial. This is a Necromancer spell, and there's no real defense against it, and the effect is that, okay, it means he can go right there and within easy range, and there's no real retaliation. Okay, it allows you to kite basically more so than you can with any other unit combination, except perhaps Slayer's Doubt. He resisted the stun, which is quite nice. Okay, so now I'm going to milk this a little bit and get my leader in there. So even if he does get stunned, he should still kill it. Yep, and he's stunned. But that's not a problem. It shouldn't be a problem because they're still going slowly. And bring in the other Stiffen Limbs. Bring him there. Them there. Yeah, I haven't used the Prowlers much here, guys. What I'm hoping to do is when these guys get in, because my prediction is they don't really have much choice. They're going to have to come there, and then these will fire onto them, assuming they come there, right? Okay. Okay, it's not much damage. 8 against 9, means 18, which means 9 plus or minus. How does it work? Plus or minus 9. 18. Minus 9 is 9. Yeah, between 8 and 10 damage normally, but 60% of that gets removed. So it's not a lot of damage, but it all just chips away at them. And these guys should be able to break their guard. Or I might send these guys in first, because they have that ability, which I really, really like. Okay? That is a beautiful looking unit. Is that a 6 or an 8 pack or what? I'm not really sure, but it's pretty interesting. Okay. I think you guys should start a petition to allow this headdress as a hero thing. Okay, and let's carry on. So I'm hoping break the guard. And then yeah, do a little bit extra damage like that. Send him around there, deposit that and that. There's not enough to kill him, but we're starting to get some good damage going on here, and this should be enough to kill him. And he's dead. Okay, now that means him going there, okay, yep. None of these should die, however, just to be on the kind of safe side, I want to send them forward to break the guard. And you can go there and do this. 6, 12. So 12, 24, 36. Well, no, because he's going to swing around and not be flanked anymore. Oh wow, there we go, guys. So basically the synergy there that I'm talking about is breaking the guard and then throwing in some damage against the unit. Okay, those are physically protected units which are tough for a warlord to deal with always, but that would have been over much quicker if they weren't. Okay, and I found some research scrolls, thank you so much. We are going to send these guys up to the halflings, find out how these halflings are, if they're with us or against us. Okay. Okay, guys, I predict that as this is a large map, this is going to take quite a long time. Alright, now I don't want to make this let's play too long, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sort of every 5 turns or so, or every half hour, and just keep it like that. Okay, have I got anything left to move? No. Right, okay, I see there's some gold there, and slight risk, but I think we'll be okay. Send him there, and we're going to take out this dungeon in a minute. Basically, guys, it's opening up options. Okay, now you've seen I quite like the Tigran Sun Guard. Now stick them through with Pillar of the Stylites, and we get Tigran Sun Guards that are impervious almost to arrows. Okay, because they already have this big shield. Okay. Okay, I'm going to raise some militia so we can start scouting out this area here, see what's going on. Okay, that's a big bear. If you guys haven't seen this, there you go, dire bear. Okay, solid. Yeah, it's quite a tough unit. That's a little dig at the Goldilocks and the Three Bears, by the way, in case you don't already know. Right, get me some gold. Gold is always nice to have. And send you over there, see what's going on. Looks quite desolate, volcanic. Okay, so remember, guys, that the new the updated random map generator tries to match races doesn't try, it always does. It matches races towards the terrain. So there I am, I'm going against what looks to be quite volcanic area, and I'm thinking to myself, right, who likes the volcanic area? Da da da. Well, it's not halflings. Okay, so I'm looking around here and I'm seeing that I've got a mana tree just out of sight, and I've got 2 gold mines. Okay, so I'm looking ahead and I'm thinking that comes out, that comes out. I'll be building a builder fairly soon, along with, actually, you know what, I'm thinking I'm gonna cancel these and try and get that little bit faster, get my prowlers out. Okay, what's in here? Can we take them? See, now this is quite interesting, because 3 of these units all function on having on charm, which is 9 resistance. Now against 7 resistance, that would usually be a 60% chance to win. However, they have spirit protection, and charm operates on the spirit channel. Okay, so that's quite an interesting one. I don't feel particularly confident, especially as curse is on play, which effectively means that, well, that means my spirit protection is now 20% more than anything, because it's -2. Basically, guys, there's a huge risk here I'd lose all my units, so I am going to retreat from there like a coward and focus on something else. So we'll come back for that a little bit later. Next turn we're going to take this out, go down here, get this gold, keep sending this forward, because I'm seeing there's more. This is a prime spot here, right here. This is a prime spot for another fort. Okay, so I've got two good spots for a fort, and my economy is looking okay. I've got scouts in 3 directions. That should be enough. Okay, I'm not going to play this fight because it's 2 wisps. I'll just hope that I don't take too much of a loss. Yeah, that's okay. So that was more about experience than needing the mana. Now this is something useful. Oh, let's get that gold, because as you can see, guys, I'm not generating per turn a huge amount of gold just yet. And is it going to be a draconian? No, that's a giant's dwelling. Oh, interesting. I'm not paying for that. And we're going to run away from them before they decide to chop me up. What's this guy doing? Okay. Wow. So if you look at the stats here, guys, on the cavalry, now this costs 90 gold. 90 or 100? Let's check. Costs 100 gold. Okay, so look what you get. You get the same damage as a prowler, same resistance. Well, hold on. You get 2 more defense than a prowler, and you get a bit more HP and a bit more speed, and of course you get that utility against any other cavalry or flying. But for the price, I keep thinking prowlers are a very good unit. Of course, the downside is, guys, as you'll see, they do tend to die quite quickly. Prowlers are not something that you really want to be sending one-on-one against most other units. Okay. Well, what's all this? What have we here? Okay, there's only 2 of you. No, we're gonna go in, guys, and we're gonna crush them. Okay, because I don't want to be spending any of that money. And send that down there. So that's what we're gonna do. This, take care of them. But we're gonna bring a cheater down, because I suspect we're gonna lose a unit next turn. But we'll see if we can avoid it. Okay, now I want to see how well I can make this work. Guard breaking, that should take care of the cavalry and their pikemen. Them for flanking and them to cause bleeding. Okay, now bleeding checks on defense, which means orcs probably aren't going to bleed. Let's see what happens. Alright, and okay, so you can see here that they've decided to gang up on my poor little cheetah. Now the good thing is that I can move 1, 2, 3, 6 hexes, and they can move 2, 3, 6 hexes. So the cheetah is in effect as fast as the cavalry. Can you still get them? Yep, so we'll put that there as a defense stroke deterrent. I'm going to say I do think the Impaler will will crush my Sun Guard. Now it is very tempting to go for stiffened limbs again, but I'm going to do something a bit different and hope that this works. 45. Ah, that's okay. The reason for that, guys, is I predict that this cavalry is going to come down here and come into range, so I can screen it, hopefully get it bleeding with this, stick this on because 4 and 4 goes against the resistance and not against the defense, so it will be doing a fair bit of damage, 8 damage against the Black Knight. Remember, they inflict bleeding wounds. Okay, so my main concern here is a Impaler coming in to do some damage. Bleeding. Beautiful. So look, there you can see, guys, that is a almost perfect demonstration of how this can work. Okay, and just to make things that little bit more interesting, we're gonna, and then that's it, bye bye Black Knight. Of course that means this is going to take some damage from them, especially wow, at 16. Well, they put Warcry on a cooldown, that's good. And I think, guys, I'm gonna let these here deal with that greatsword, and I'll be using these guys here to deal with this. How will I deal with this precisely? Ah, I got lucky with a critical hit there. Right, so basically that Impaler is going to die this turn. Ah, you know, might sound really clumsy, but I did not actually foresee that. Ah, is it over yet? No, it isn't. Okay, good. It means I get a chance to raise the corpse, which I like doing. It's not always the soundest, best option there is, but I like doing it. Soak up a bit of movement and then send them in. So I'll leave that up to you to decide if it was worthwhile losing. Did I lose it? Okay, I'm a bit confused. I thought I lost my shredder. Ah, that's why. Because it came back as that cadaver. Now what do I want? The storehouse or the gladiator pit? I'm going to go for the gladiator pit, boost the happiness. Know immediately how unhappy he is because he's freezing. Right. I made them happier, which racially is going to compensate for declaring war on these guys, which will affect my Tigran racial happiness. So you declared war on independence of your own race, a little bit of unhappiness there, but it should all balance out. Okay, now I'm going up here, I'm going to take that out because this is about to expand. It's going to come to this hex here, and when it does, I'm going to cast Authority of the Sword. So we've got 1, 2, start casting it. Well, that means we're ready next turn. Want it after that. And we'll absorb you. Yep, this is now, I'm trying to build up my economy. Okay, now I like almost always I go for inflict despair. Now in theory the extra 10 there would bring up to 25, 7, 14, 21, which gives me another chance to cast Stiffen Limbs in combat, It's a tough one because I do quite like this, purely because it pisses everyone else off, makes them, well, more depressed, which it's a bit of a softer thing to measure, but it does mean they hit less. They hit less. I cannot speak today, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, after this will be the last turn for this part 1, and then we'll carry on the next part. Another reason for me putting it like this, guys, is it's much easier to encode them and then upload them if the file is smaller, and there's a much quicker turnaround. Okay. Plus, I think it's just more interesting for you guys to actually watch. Send you down there, find out what else is going on down there. I've got some got mine. Okay. So now this could be quite an interesting fight, purely because they do some poison damage, some hefty poison damage, and they have no poison resistance. Okay. Of course, they got very low physical resistance, but that's why I brought the cheat up there, because I'm also trying to conserve units. Okay, you've seen that there? That's one of the new structures, or not really a structure, one of the new sites, guys. Okay, it's related in some way to where I saw one down here, this bone pit. Okay, now this produces archons, this produces necromancer units, and typically what it is you'll get quite a few reanimators and quite a few lost souls going around harassing you. So, you know, as with all of these things, it is in your best interests to put it down as quickly as possible. Now, I'm not taking my own advice here, because I'm focusing on my hero stack and trying to build stuff up here. Okay, let us first of all, let's start casting Authority of the Sword. So when this grows, it's going to take this row here, plus with Authority of the Sword, it's then going to immediately get this, which will boost the population growth, and should mean straight away, forgot to put that there, should mean straight away that we get a much bigger city. And yeah, okay. So that was turn 6 of going. Yep, let's move these. One thing I've learned to be fairly wary of, guys, is scouting in multiplayer. Yeah, I'll be sending guys out everywhere and scouting them. I'm a little bit more wary doing it with the AI, because the AI tend to scout a bit less than a human player, and then they'll declare war on what's available to them, which means you're available to more AI. So you get more AI declaring war on you, and I want to manage these wars, okay, if that makes sense. Right, okay, where are we? We've got scouts over there, there's an orc city, we don't know what's up there, but there's a halfling city, which will be our vassal very soon. Okay, so in 2 and in 3 turns, basically we should see these indicators up here go up quite significantly. Of course, I'm about to cast this, which has 10 per turn, so if it wasn't already expanding, I would put myself into negative mana. Right, that is the end of part 1.